everyone was contributing big time, like offense and defense. That was huge.
Yeah. You've kind of a tough matchup with them, centers and bigger forwards. How'd you handle that tonight?
I mean, just keep going to work and outworking her, and I knew I was quicker than her, so I tried to do moves to get me away from her.
And then your last 3 games, I'm pretty sure you led the team in scoring. So what's been clicking for you?
Just efficiency. Like Coach Denson has told me, like, slow down, and if I miss, that's like how I adjust, and that's usually been really helpful. And then coaches and my teammates being super confident in me and getting the ball has been huge as well.
It kind of goes along with that, but you're shooting over 65% from the field in WAC play. What's been clicking in a longer span?
Slowing down, keeping the ball high, and not like getting so focused on like if I miss, just moving on to the next play.
Just how big is this win for your team?
I mean, this is huge. This is a big rival for us, and we wanted it really bad. We wanted it for our seniors because this is like the last 2 games at home. And, I mean, it was a great team win. It really was. It was awesome.
All right. Thank you, Meredith.
Thanks, guys.
Good job. That's a good look.
Rough crowd.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bree, just your thoughts on the game.
I think we had a really good team win. I mean, everybody contributed on both ends of the floor. Like a lot of us made key plays down the stretch, so I feel like that was a big difference for us.
You were really hot early. You made your first 4 shots. What do you feel that spark kind of provided to your team in that first half?
I think that helped us set the tone. Like we really harped on this game to like start off the first quarter, set the tone for the game, get out, get a lead early, and I feel like I'm just trying to bring energy, and so I feel like that helped my teammates, like also get the energy up, build confidence early, and do what we need to do.
Your new Wildcat this year. What can you say about this team and Tarleton State in your first 2 games?
I feel like we're the tougher team. I mean, mentally, physically, I feel like we're real tough. Like we also have a strong unit. Like I feel like it takes a lot of mental toughness to go up how we was like a month ago, and to learn from that and to grow, and then come in today and know that we were the better team, not second guess ourselves, and go out there with confidence and have fun.
And then you kind of hinted at your energy that you bring to the floor, and a lot of things you do don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, especially defensively. So can you just talk about like the role you play on this team?
I say my role is to like be like a spark almost in leadership. I feel like with me, it's not always about scoring, but I know like I'm really good getting to the paint, and I use that for my advantage to either help myself or my teammates. And on defense, it's something I really enjoy doing. That's something like the coaches really harp on, like defense. Let that fuel our offense, get energy off of that in momentum plays.
Thank you, Bree.
All right, thank you.
All right, Coach, just your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, it's just a tough battle. You would expect this kind of game when we're playing, the longest standing rival that we have in the WAC. The players mentioned the first time we played Tarleton was just a disaster. I mean, it was the worst game we played all year long. We had just lost 2 starters, and I think we were just kind of shell-shocked, and that week was really tough for us. That was over 30 days ago, and that team no longer exists. This is a team that's super grateful, gritty. They're good friends. They don't want to let each other down, and I think that we saw that exemplified today by just tough plays they made, and to me it was really encouraging. Like coming out of timeouts, they were like, "We've got this, let's go." We've dropped several like 1 and 2 possession games this year, and this was it was just a different attitude, a different aura around this team today, and this was a tight game all the way through. I mean, it was never given who was going to win this game, and so I was really proud of our team for just staying locked in, staying focused, staying the course throughout the course of the game.
You kind of mentioned the struggles there. Your team shot just 18% from 3 tonight. What does it say that you guys were still able to pull that out without a good shooting night?
Yeah, I thought we did a very intentional job of trying to get the ball in the paint, whether it was to score or to kick out to shooters. The majority of our points were in there. Hit some big threes down the stretch when we needed to get a little separation. Both teams, shot terribly from the three-point line, and we're both really good three-point shooting teams. But I think it goes to credit both teams' defense, though. We're really speeding each other up, and it may look like you're open, but maybe you had to sprint to that spot. And so we all, both teams had to work really hard for those three-point looks. But when we hit them, they were at the right time. We have a great three-point shooting team. We had our guards all shooting yesterday in an individual group workout and like burning the nets off. It's just crazy. But throughout the course of the game, it kind of takes a toll on you. Just you're having to work for everything so hard that sometimes your legs are kind of gone.
You held their bench to just 6 points. What can you say about the defense, especially in the later units?
I thought our defense was really tough. To hold Tarleton in the 50s, that's a great defensive effort. And, our defense has continued to evolve. I think our players are starting to be more accountable to their one-on-one defensive assignments. But, great defensive effort. And you got to play together as a team, to hold teams to low scoring like that.
Then, kind of talking about down the stretch, I know in the first half when we were listening to you talk to Sydney, you said finishing that last minute of the first half just wasn't good for you guys, energy and effort-wise. Going into that final last stretch, it was big for you in the fourth quarter. Can you talk about the difference of where the team was?
Yeah, we could have had a lot more comfortable lead if we hadn't been careless the last 45 seconds of that second quarter. But the fourth quarter, we're like, hey, it's 0-0. Who's going to go out and make the plays? Who's going to be solid on defense? And I thought that's when Bree really sparked us. Bree made some great plays to start the fourth quarter out. We got the lead and were able to sustain it throughout that 10-minute quarter.
Can you just talk about, I asked Meredith the difference that she's, last year I'm pretty sure she was averaging, close to 4 points a game, and then this year she pretty much, doubled it, maybe quadrupled it. So can you talk about her impact on the team in her sophomore campaign?
Yeah, Meredith is just playing with a lot of confidence throughout all of WAC play. She's been super confident, and I think that her teammates around her understanding she kind of has a hot hand right now, and we need to try to get her the ball. We had some really careless turnovers today trying to get it to her when she really wasn't open. But I think that is just because our players are confident, with her having the ball in her hands. She makes good decisions. She's making really good post moves. Just because you're able to feed your post doesn't mean that they'll make the right move. And I think she's just really reading the defense well and making the right post moves to finish inside. That it's tougher than it looks, even if it's one-on-one. It's just power and, very physical. So just really proud of her for the confidence to, demand the ball inside. And she's playing really, really well for us.
Coach, you're 3-0 in the Pinks. You taking them to Vegas?
Yeah. Yes, we are. They've been good to us in February. Yeah.
And then talking about reading the defense, Bella's now in sole possession of second place in total assists all time here in the D1 era. What's it like to see her do that on the home court as well, just beyond just doing it in general?
Oh, well, I sometimes want to wring Bella's neck because she passes the ball too much. She's very unselfish. I think she turns down open shots. Even as a senior, it's like shoot the ball when you're open. But she does read the defense really well, and she, is really good at driving downhill. She gets help side to step over, makes good passes to shooters, and so she's just fills stat sheets up. You're going to see steals, assists, rebounds, points every night for Bella, and just a great all-around player for us.